What the fuck? What if it's my AirPods? Can you hear me now? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Otherwise, I may just sit here and do nothing. All right. All right, we're back. We don't need those other guys. I can run this. I got a lot to say to you people. I got the Lamine Yamal I Heart Card shirt on. We're ready to roll here. Here we go. We're coming back. Crazy. Let's get Scotty back. I think it was my AirPods.
Did you get a notification?
No.
All right.
I got banned. Shadow banned.
No, like I said, did one of my every 4 year breaks, and it just cut off in the middle.
We're not running that back?
Ken Goldin made a call.
That's it. I got a bounty now. This is how I love to go into the week of the National, just like with a bounty on my fucking head. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go into the cards? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's just, because you're gonna have to save this one now, and this is gonna be what shows. So basically, I think some cards went high, some cards went low, depending on what card you had. Is how you felt about the auction.
Yeah, so you missed our intro because it got cut off. So basically we've seen a lot of social media, a lot of people saying cards went too high, people saying cards went too low, and we think it kind of depends on the cards and the players that you still hold, how you feel the auction went. There were over 200 Lamine Yamal cards, which I was not surprised at all about, given that his team won the World Cup and he's the hottest prospect in the sport.
And it was a terribly timed auction. All right, let's get into the cards.
The timing of ending the auction was poor.
I think the promotion as well. I think people have spoken a little bit about that as well. Like there weren't a lot of the thing is like with Goldin, a lot of them do like highlighted videos and stuff like that. And I normally get notifications on that kind of thing. But I'll be completely honest, until I saw people talking about extended bidding, I completely forgot the auction was even happening. And I guess that's just with busyness around the National. But yeah, I think the promo was. Yeah.
I think it's bad timing. I went back through. They made several posts in the days leading up, but I didn't get notification of any videos or anything. And you have the timing of the ending of Fanatics Fest, the World Cup final, National being this week, just poorly timed, I believe, more than anything. But all right, we're going to go to the cards. I have standby. It does this weird thing now where it grays out the cards. I hate it.
Yeah,
but
it's what's making it so hard for me to do this. Like, I had this great idea for this, goodbyes and head scratchers, and now it's like formatting it for IGs so hard.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, so our first card is this Lamine Yamal hideous rookie black kaboom 1 of 1. I believe that the comp on this was like 30 grand. Sold for an obscene amount of money, just absolutely obscene.
I think one of the things as well people were talking about with this is that it's had to be remade 3 different times. Apparently, there has been QC issues with this card. That's why it's in the Panini seal. That was the question I got on it: was why is it in a seal if it was in a live product? And apparently, it's because it had to be remade multiple times. Is what I was told.
Interesting.
Dude, what if they would have remade it and just full bleeded it? That would have been
then why not get it graded then if it's been fixed? I mean, it didn't affect the price, I don't think, so,
It just shows, we're in this time where, kabooms are just still hot as ever. It makes no sense. I do think at some point, people are realizing how many of these case hits there are, but, kabooms almost seem a little immune at this point, which we'll kind of see a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll see a little bit later for sure. I want to pose the question at the beginning because we experienced this last summer, but it kind of started as we were all departing the National. Do you think that this top high-end Lamine Yamal sale, if legitimate, will start to drag all the rest of the Lamine Yamal cards with it, or rookie cards at least?
Will we know if it's legitimate?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that card was trying to be. I mean, we can talk about it publicly. That card was consigned to a private seller as well at one point. This Lamine, and there was talk of it getting offers. I think it was listed up at $1 million, right? And then offers to be coming from there. My question would be more around is like, are they going to become available? Like, because it depends on what you rank up there with this Black Boom. I personally hate. I don't like this card. I appeal wise and stuff. We talked about that, but like, is like the Chrome Barcelona Super or Chrome Barca Super or even going to become available in this kind of time frame? Like, what's it going to take to trigger those coming to auction? Because I don't know if someone's necessarily going to want to do that right at the start of the season, or if that's going to be something that comes deeper into the Champions League. Because I expect there to be a little bit of like, a quieter time right now. We're not going to get a Premier Soccer auction for a minute that would advertise something like this. So unless you want to chuck it into, the monthly or the Fanatics Premier or whatever, then I don't necessarily see like a Chrome Supers coming available, either that or the Euro Chromes. I just don't think there are that many great Lamine cards like this Kaboom is considered by collectors to even go to auction right now.
I mean, I could see one of those like posts that like the Green Messi that kind of started the whole thing last year, like details talking about like all of a sudden we just see 1 million, Goldin or Fanatics, and there's just a big, social media image. 1 million Lamine Yamal cards surpasses $1 million. Like I don't think we're making an auction. I don't know if we're to believe it, but it's
well. And then what happened? What happened last fall is then we had the run on Messi and then Ronaldo as a result of that. So the question is, does that then create a run on Yamal rookie cards? Like the lesser tier Yamal rookie
But
cards.
the run already happened. That's the
Well,
thing.
it's happened a few times.
Yeah, well, I mean, like it happened going in. Everything went up 4x. So it's like Messi wasn't up 4x going into that Green Kaboom stuff. Messi was just kind of lagging, and then the Green Kaboom people woke up, and then Al's buying everything good, and then people are like, "Oh crap!" Like that's what happened. I mean, look, we had the discussion like, so what happens if he wins? If he wins, does his cards go down? Do they stay flat? Do they go up 2x? Do they go 4x? And I would say, overall, I think they're flat from that 4x.
From the initial bump,
from the run into the World Cup. Yeah. I would say, I went back and looked at like more lower end stuff, like, and that seems mostly flat.
I mean, but you gotta not to forecast ahead, but a PSA 10 base rookie Kaboom was doing like 16 grand earlier this year, and it sells for 46,000.
I mean, yeah, I don't even know if I believe that sale, but I guess we have to. Like, what is I haven't even looked up. I don't think there was one in there. Like, what is the Chrome, like the Chrome Refractor 10 doing now? The one that was doing 2,500 that we kind of talked about. I don't know, like what it is. Probably should look it up.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, 300 raw. God, the base PSA 10s are 625. That's wild.
So crazy.
Let's see if I can find a refractor PSA 10.
Like, has one sold in the last few days? Or?
So I was just gonna look at how about it.
Yeah, one sold at. No, that's an auto. Never mind. Stand by.
1,500 in Fanatics Weekly last night.
15. See, yeah, it was a $2,500 card, or like that's kind of like, look, one of ones. This super high, like but I was more thinking of just like that card. Like a good card, not a great card, a solid card. Like I just didn't, and we, like I said, the reason I asked about that one because we specifically talked about it. I think we talked about it in the World Cup preview. We definitely talked about it privately. Mm-hmm. Like that's the card, like just a base refractor 10 rookie,
That's our barometer. Yeah.
That was like my barometer. I looked at some of just the selects that like were in this auction, like the low end selects, the rookies. I say low, like the rookie blues, the PSA.
Oh, I got the blue number. I got the blue queued up.
Yeah. Okay.
So I knew you'd go here.
Well, I just think that's like a good, a card that's like rare enough, but not like, that seems like a good like gauge on the market, the general.
The blue and the red PSA 10 were down dramatically from sales basically in June.
Yeah. So it's, but anyway.
All right.
I'm sure we'll get into more Yamal. This Pele.
I don't have anything on the Pele. I'm not
I
a
don't have
vintage
anything on
guy.
Pele. I have something on another Pele, but not this Pele.
All right, so I think this is probably one of the more talked about sales.
It's
This non-playing day, non-PSA 10,
Not
Lionel
a super
Messi,
fractor.
Papadasha. Yeah,
I mean, like, so, I asked, yeah, 20, 25, whatever, people that spend lots of money on cards that I know personally. And this even more so than the cabin was the most widely, like, WTF sale. Like,
yeah,
nobody condoned it. Like, nobody. And these are huge Messi guys. It has nothing to do with Messi. Like, these are huge Messi guys that should love seeing a sale like this. Nobody can make sense of it.
yeah. I mean, it feels high by like a multiple of easily 2 to 3, where it
If
probably should be,
if not more.
if not
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
Last summer in the Fanatics premiere. Now this was before the run. His playing days 2020 Papadasha in a PSA 10 did 78,000.
Yeah.
So even if you think like he's up 2x since then, it goes to 160. This is a non-playing day, PSA 9. I'm not the biggest playing days guy, but that just seems. If I had
if
300 grand to blow, it would not be here.
if this card said 60,000 next to it on the number there, like, would you
Yeah.
genuinely have been surprised? Like, if,
No.
at this auction end, we wouldn't be commenting like, "Oh my god, what a steal!"
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be like, we'd be like, "Yeah, you know what? I can see the logic in it. It's a cool image as well. I will say, like, I like the
Yeah.
actual image on the card,
Yeah.
but I'm firmly in the. There are messy super like there are much better messy super fractors that do a fraction of this Papadasha cost for me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I would
Like,
rather have a super fractor.
what does this exact card as a super do now? 500? Get it out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if
Like,
it existed, that 100%.
It
Yeah.
doesn't exist, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, but maybe that's why. Maybe the person justifying it because the super doesn't exist, trophy card,
Could be.
But anyway,
Ugh. You got a 1 of 1. This is a sick patch. You can't really see it here. Let me see. 246,000 versions of this have ended about 150 to 200K.
yeah.
I I didn't think this was that crazy. It's a
No,
better
but
patch.
I mean, if it's worn, if it's if it's match used, it's double that probably. Like, it becomes one of his best cards, So I
Yeah.
think it's in the range.
It's always been the Eminence has always been, in my opinion, historically undervalued. I think we've all shared that opinion before
Yeah.
on these. Like,
Yeah.
I think one of them also went pretty cheap this week as well. I think it did sub 10, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
on the Eminences. But yeah, this one, outrageously cool card. I think this is
Yeah.
just as legend.
I don't understand why there's not more demand that manifests itself in the comps for this set, because he signed it, or you have pretty good evidence that he signed it, and it's the year he won the World Cup. Like,
I think a large part of it is that Eminence doesn't do particularly well in other sports. I'll be honest. Like, it's not considered on the same level as an NT or a Flawless. Like, it's obviously got the price point of the boxes where it is, but like, you look at like Eminence comps of like rookie stuff compared to Flawless or NT, true RPAs and stuff like that. It doesn't have the prevalence of those cards. Like, you can buy Eminence Legend NFL autos for under 300, $400, like, without breaking a sweat.
yeah,
I know it has a history in Starker with 2018 as well. I think that also hurts it a little bit. Is that the 2018 ones all being dubious cards doesn't help with
doesn't help.
with the reputation of Eminence as well and stuff.
Agreed.
I think Bryn makes a good point there. Like, and it's been made before. I've made it before. You have to realize what these cards do in other sports, especially like the football and the basketball, just because they had the Panini license. Because for the most part, soccer collectors aren't coming and all of a sudden dropping $250,000. It's going to be the football guy or basketball guy that are like, oh, I can get a decent NBA player, like a good one, but not the greatest of all time, and I'm going to be paying more for this. So it's like I think there's a lot to be said for that. But I mean, I own one of the Grand Signatures cards, which I think are some of the the most beautiful Messi cards ever made. I own one of them, and I just think it's like that card should be worth so much more, but it's not, just because people are just like eminence, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. We have these hand signed. We've talked about these in person
Yeah,
signed. There was some chatter that someone referenced that Ken Golden had said this card would be $1 million card. I
it's
didn't see that.
I didn't see it either, but it's absurd.
Absurd. Agreed.
I mean, I've been harping on this Messi in person, for as long. Like, there's going to be so many of these, and this is a great copy. Like, that's a great auto, and the card's a 9.5. That's a great copy. It's probably going to be one of, although I'm sure somebody that has a 10 might do the thing like they did with Jordan and have a PSA representative go and sit there as they sign it, so they put it back in the 10. But yeah, it's not anything. I'd much rather get the World Cup tickets, the actual World Cup tickets for 100 or whatever 50th of the cost or how they are.
Yeah. And I'm a big in person fan. This is crazy. Not $1
Yeah,
million.
he pawns his kids. He pawns his kids off to get in.
That's right. All the time.
Yeah.
Go get the autograph. What about a gold kaboom? So we had the black kaboom. We got the gold kaboom and a PSA 10.
Yeah.
Up from 63,000 in September of last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it had to benefit from being in the people. If you're like bidding on the gold and you see the black, you got to feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
That's about all I can say on that.
That's all I have to say about that. I didn't have anything on the mem. I skipped almost all the memorabilia. Sapphire selections. This is a superfractor for Yamal. Sapphire selection. This is when Sapphire weirdly did superfractors, as I realized people hate Papardasha, except not in this auction.
It's a weird. It's I don't know.
150 grand. The auto version of this in a PSA 9 did 219,000 in June.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool card. I think it's not quite super enough.
Yeah.
The previous year are supers, right? Like the previous year are proper supers. Like it's really odd. Like I think the previous year, because I saw Robin post his Lewandowski the other day. Like those cards look incredible. I think those were really, really good looking ones. This year is like they look better in hand for sure than they do in a render from PSA like this. But yeah, I agree. These are not quite super enough for me as well.
It's like they took the superfractor image and they like mixed it with the Papardasha, and this is what you get.
Yeah. Now we've got Papardasha. I mean, but then again, I guess this is kind of like mini sub right here. But they did this with the infinites, right? Last year, infinite superfractors, and they looked best card,
amazing.
Best looking card to produce in almost 10 years, I would say. And then now we're back to Papardashas on them.
Like why?
Why? Just,
I don't hate that. Simple. Well, did they double up players or no? If they didn't double up players,
I mean, you don't hate it because it creates scarcity around
if they doubled up
have
players.
Yeah,
I can see that.
So real quick on this Pele, this is not a lane I'm in, but just because somebody put it as their head scratcher. I guess this is a postcard, as you can tell.
Yeah, it looks big.
It's a postcard, and apparently there was like a lot of them, and they're really not that expensive. And so I don't know how many of like this actual like signed one there is, but this person was super into vintage, super into this lane, and was like, this was absolutely ridiculous, like because of how many Pele autos there are on like actual rookie cards, and this is like a postcard, and it just didn't make any sense.
I've not really seen his autograph in full like that very often. Like that's something I was looking at, like that he did like the full, the whole, the prior name to it.
They're saying it's the only vintage signed ballpoint pen full name signature on any 1958 rookie card.
Well, rookie postcard.
That's interesting.
I don't know. It's not, like I said, it's not a lane. I thought that.
I don't know the market, but yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. That's fun though. Oh baby.
Yeah. Now the one that everybody said was the best buy.
They massacred my boy.
Overwhelmingly.
They massacred my boy.
Yeah, overwhelmingly, this was like there were some people that, because when I asked, some people gave like 2, and I just got sick of putting this card, so I would put their other card.
Well, it just seems like this card is the victim of circumstance, right? Like there's
I
there's there's
yeah.
40 of them. It had done 156 in January. They went on a run last year.
I
Some
mean,
people have said this card would have been worth $1 million if he ever won the World Cup, which now we know won't happen. But
I guess
I,
my thing is, if this card isn't worth, if this is all this is, then there's a lot that needs to be studied
yes,
about the market. There's more. There's probably more. It's got to be close. There's probably more Lamine Superfractor rookies than there are PSA 10s of that card. Oh no, there's way more. Yeah, there's way more.
there's definitely more.
Or
Yeah.
one of ones, I guess I should say.
One of ones for sure. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't. Everybody, whoever bought it, congratulations. I should have bought it. I didn't. Whatever. Is what it is. No big deal.
yeah, I think like you're going to see some knock-on effect of this sale. Like I think you're going to see some lower grade stuff of his getting real cheap. Of this card
Baby.
specifically.
Here
It's
for it. I can buy it back. I'm ready.
this is a card I will specifically target. I will say straight off the back of this, like a decent graded copy of this. It's been something I've wanted for a long time, and I think this was. I agree. It's partly circumstance. I mean, his name, like the thing is, like his name was constantly in the media around it and stuff like that, and his name was constantly there. Like, I think like if this sells again in a month's time, I could see it doing a better number right now. Honestly, I just think it was just too. This was one of the cards that fell victim to too much right now. Yeah, I think it could do a better number in a month from now. I'm really wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Yeah, this is recency bias because he had such a bad tournament, and I think as time goes on with Messi and Ronaldo, you've got to believe that they'll come back to being closer in terms of price. I mean, I know we had the.
I don't know if they have to get closer. I just think Messi will continue to go up, and then Ronaldo will go up as a result. Like that's really like he is. As much as I don't really like him or any of the teams he's played for, he is still the second greatest footballer of all time. I think like you can argue eras, whatever, and stuff like that. He's always going to be the second guy, and that will not change until Lamine does. If Lamine does incredible things the rest of his career, he will still have a hard job to get on the same level. That's just it.
Until Haaland wins the Euros.
Or Haaland wins the Euros. That's also. There you go. Give me a Greaso 4 saga all over again, please. I need that in my life. But, yeah. That's there are so few pathways to somebody surpassing Cristiano that this is a great buy. Awesome buy. Don't want to say any more.
Yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. This first class, how much more Yamal can you take? First class rookie auto superfractor, true superfractor in a 10-10. This is an insert. Actually, yeah.
The only thing that got me thinking about this one is that Finest actually predates Chrome that year. So it's technically these came before the Chrome Supers. Like that's the only thing that made me think like maybe that's why this got a bump. It's a 10-10. I don't like this insert design at all for what it's worth.
Awful. It's the worst. It's his worst. It's his worst. It is what it is. But at this point, you get a 10-10 Lamine Super rookie. It's gonna do 6 figures. Auto. It's gonna do 6 figures. Like that's just. I don't think anything needs to be said about it. It's not a card I'd ever want. On to the next. Did we lose him again?
No.
No. Oh boy. Jeez Louise. Oh my God.
And he left us on this card as well. This is the card we're going to be stuck on.
Wait, he's moving.
Oh, he's moving.
He's moving.
Give us a different card to talk about UCL, please.
All right, yeah. Just be the producer.
And hopefully we get your audio back soon. AirPod fix needs to come in.
Click on another card. No, yeah, we see your finger. Click on a card. Oh, this is the duel. All right. So
Stadium Club, right? Stadium Club Pro. This one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Did 92. It's the red. Pop 1. Well, for BGS 9.5, obviously. I don't know. I just remember you could get the 101s for these for like, around 100 for a while, and now the Reds are doing almost 93.
These were like 15 or 20, right? At one point, like I remember
Yeah.
one of these doing Fanatics like 15K or something pretty low like start of last year maybe. Yeah, it's a weak red as well. I wish it was more colorful than this. I don't know. It just looks like a base autograph to me. But again, this card is so dependent on if Cristiano signs again in the next 5-10 years.
This is Cristiano. Like Cristiano stopped signing, so people are like, all right, maybe there's not as many of these as we thought there were going to be. I thought they were going to be flooded. Obviously, I didn't realize, back because this was 2023 when this came out. It just seemed like they were going to be signing everything under the sun.
Yeah.
BTL,
can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's my AirPods, I think. No, sorry.
All right, well, stop using AirPods.
I'm back.
The office has to.
Hope my kids don't scream.
All right, so we did the duel.
Gotta go here. Has to.
All right, well, okay, yeah. We skipped over the Maradona Black, but
Do you want to talk about the Maradona Black? We'll do that next.
Okay. All right, so this Kevin, he's on a run. He's on a hype run. He's the next and
hype.
One of the biggest buyers in this whole hobby is leading the charge from England, which I think is kind of funny. But go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want my hot take on this, I don't think this is that crazy in the grand scheme of things. In terms of if we talk about prospects and what they've done, if we're talking about this new wave, and the part of this started with the Max Dowman bullshit, right? I'm going to say that part of that started with this. I'm thinking about this next to a Max Dowman, and I understand he's already on Arsenal, but Cavan will ultimately be on City, right? And Dowman has X many Premier League minutes. I'm thinking about this in the same terms of that, in terms of the original Dowman first cards and things like that, and that makes this number make a little bit more sense to me. Now, it doesn't make sense relative to the rest of Cavan's market, and I understand this is one of his top 3 cards with the debut patch, and then depends if you care about the Panini stuff that came before Topps. Topps did, even though it's USA kit and he's never played for America.
This is the second best card. This is the second best card.
The second best behind the debut patch, right?
Yeah, behind the debut patch. Like I said, it's actually a card I want. I would want the card. I just knew with the people getting involved, it would never be at a number that I would ever feel comfortable paying. And it even went I thought it was gonna be 50. I really did. Then it whatever. But here's my thing with Kevin. I think about Kevin in the same kind of this is gonna big hot take clip, blah blah blah. I think he's a similar type player to Lamine in that he's flashy and he can, but I don't think either one of them are ever going to be able to score enough to put themselves in the conversation of what the hobby truly desires,
which is goals.
Which is goals, right? But maybe the hobby doesn't desire goals as much. Maybe they just want highlights, and Kevin's going to be a highlight merchant. He does the things that that does that. He's never going to put the ball in the back of the net as much as other people. But it is what it is.
I mean, it's a cool card. You get the inscription. It's on card. There's not a ton of space for the auto because you get the inscription with the patch. But I mean, I think if this was 40 or 50,000, there'd probably be less fervor about the price.
Well, people are always gonna say, "Oh, they've never done anything." Why are people He's not Ray Ritter. He's
welcome to sports cards. Welcome to sports cards. Yeah. None of them have ever done anything. That's the idea.
His pathway is pretty clear. Right now, he has I think there are so many things that have to go right, but I see the vision with this card, right? I see why somebody paid the money. That's the thing I'll say. I think it's too much, but I can at least make justifications to go, yeah, I get how they got to this process of being a big enough US men's fan, of believing in him and the talent, and then going from there. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, back in or earlier this year, I bought a couple decent at the time his best cards like Gold Select Auto. I bought a couple of those iridescent, just like because I had a discussion with ADOT at Burbank or not, whatever, West Coast, and we were kind of talking about it. And I said, if he ever steps foot on the pitch for City, that's like all he needs, because that is going to be there's going to be such a huge, at a reasonable way at age 18 or whatever. Like,
Yeah, next fall.
And I think he will. I think he will. Like, I mean, purely just based off like the Chelsea Pulisic thing. Like, I still think like he can that effect can happen. Like, he just needs to step on the field in a
he
championship
just needs to
game,
step on the field
and then you see it. Yep.
Yeah, so but I'm not willing to spend $90K for that thesis, but I was willing to spend a couple. Like, and it just all this hype just happened a lot earlier than like I thought it was going to happen. I thought he was going to need to step on the field, and like I said, I think it's being driven by. I don't know if he like hit. I think he might have. Did he pull? I'm talking about Cardinho. I'm not trying to be like. Did he pull like a Kevin like 1-of-1, and then that just kind of like led it, or is this just like a thesis that like he's just going on like the U.S. thesis? I don't know that, but like
I know I saw him post that he's got the better card or something like that, but I don't know how he originally.
Cardinho that has the better card? I didn't think it was.
Yeah. Well, Cardinho has big Kevin, and then like he just met Kevin at Fanatics Fest and took the picture with him. So like he's all, like I said, I don't know if his theory, like I don't know if, because he rips a lot, and so I don't know if he hit it and was like, all right, this is like I have this now, or if his thesis was like this is the next American hype. I don't know, but I know that the price was going to go crazy because there's a level of buyer in there that want him. So.
Okay. What do you want to say about this Maradona black Kaboom?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Like, I don't know what we do with these. I as much as people like kind of, I guess, is the playing days finally starting to matter? Is just my biggest takeaway. Like, or is it not that it's not playing days? It's that this guy's in the ground and can never do anything to help his value ever again.
Why do you think this was too low?
No. I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I just think the way that we view Maradona and Pele is just super interesting. Just in the compared to like other sports.
Well, I think it's hard. I think the hardest thing comparing it to other sports is that in most other sports, most of the collectors have seen or a lot of the collectors have seen the GOATs play, right? Like you and I watch Michael Jordan play. We all watch Tom Brady play. How many of us have seen Pele and Maradona play in the flesh?
I don't think so. I mean, in basketball, did they really want like? How old did you have to be to watch Michael Jordan?
Born in the 80s to early 90s, I would think.
Well, I was going to ask, what would like a Wilt Chamberlain black Kaboom do? Right, like that's the old era. But forgive me, I'm not a basketball fan, so please, if that's the most stupid person ever.
No. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Did they even go back? I know they go back on some of them.
They don't do well. I mean, I don't think they do crazy numbers, those legends that are beyond the Jordan era.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's not necessarily about this card. It's just a broader aspect of like what it kind of brings me back to like the gambling aspect of like cards and how it's so overwhelming, and the fact that like even like Cage, talks about it a good bit. He's like, yeah, you can own this card and it's probably going to do fine, but like this guy's never going to do something incredible on where you can then post the card and it gives you that like clout of like, I own this and my guy, I'm better than you because my, I picked this guy and this guy, it's almost like a self promo kind of a deal. Like, I'm smart and everybody wants to look smart and so forth and so on. Like, I don't know. Like I said, it's a bigger discussion. It's not just this card. It's Maradona and Pele as a best.
Well, I think probably the one thing that we've talked a lot about, one of the limitations with soccer cards is that not only did they not have they just didn't have playing day cards. Like, so many of them were like discs or stickers, and like that's not transferring to the ultra modern collector as much, and so you're going to always be limited by that fact that, like I can go out and buy freaking Babe Ruth cards or Mickey Mantle cards. You know what I mean? And I never saw those guys play. But I can't go out and buy a ton of playing days Diego Maradona physical trading card size cards.
Yeah.
And the sticker thing, I think the ship has sailed. Like the sticker is not catching on in the modern American hobby. And so or like the weird pogs that Maradona has, all the like the little bottle cap size things that we used to play in the 90s. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to get young kids super interested in these deceased players, sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it even with like Ronaldinho and R9. Like their markets in theory should be better than they are, and we've seen them play, and they have some niche collectability, but it's not widespread.
Yeah, like I said, that kind of brings me more to my point of like, just in general, is it worth buying anybody? That isn't still like what happens when he's not playing anymore. What happens when Cristiano is not playing anymore? Is that why Cristiano has suffered so much?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I thought this was a good sale. I don't know, $100,000 for an ugly ass Kaboom. Like, I thought that was strong. I mean, there's a bunch of bisses all the way down the grading scale. I think this, to Bryn's point of just the sheer volume of cards in this auction, was too much relative to the number of collectors who have money to spend in soccer after the World Cup's over.
Yeah.
This card was right around where it sold, up a little bit from May, the 9.5.
So real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Lamine. I thought you were going down the next row. Like those two Lamine, I think are kind of interesting cards. I've always thought they were interesting cards. The red employee and the Papa.
The employee gets me heated. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
but
look. I hate the basis of the card. I hate that they gave their best cards to the employees, but at the same time, like, how is this card? How is a red finest or red wave finest, doing more than a chrome on card? Like. I don't know what that one ended at last night. I know it was at 101,000. Or the sticker, the big sticker did what, like, of the red did 300 or something. I don't think it was this auction. I think it was the other one. But yeah, I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, that's just kind of how I look at it. It's not packed. It is packed pulled. Like, they don't give these to the employees. They're packed pulled in a way that we can't pack pull, or the general person can't pack pull.
Well, isn't one of the problems the provenance of the autograph has changed? Like, this is clearly his later non-rookie. Like, it's a clear difference between signature styles.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Which does go to prove the point that everyone always rants about, like, and I agree that they should have took the marks in the next year and stuff like that, but it does prove the point that the marks were made prior to this. Like, it almost definitely
has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just surprised just because people, you slap an RC on something and people seem to not care. That's not how I feel, but that's how the market has proven to feel. So that's why I'm just, which leads into that Padpa, which to me, this is like a no-brainer goodbye.
Yep.
Except for the fact that it doesn't have an RT. So it's like, why would they ever put a national debut on the card? It's in this best. Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah.
Bryn, where are you? Did I miss that part?
Currently, I am in the DoubleTree in Chicago at the moment.
Oh,
Apologies,
you're
it's a
already
little bit
there.
a little bit noisy and
Can you
What the
can
hell?
you tell those people that you're filming one of the greatest soccer card podcasts ever made on IG
Time for
Live on
content. Content time.
Monday, July 27th?
I apologize. I called for an early check-in before, and I was 27th in line for an early check-in. So I was like, oh, that's fantastic. So I went and put myself in a nice little corner, and I noticed everybody else is now checked in except me and my coworker.
This is not boding well for my 7 a.m. flight arriving to Chicago on
Yeah, well,
Wednesday.
John is currently circling Chicago right now, and has been for the last hour or so, I believe. So
Oh, great.
eventually he may land.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
this card is nuts to me. Like, this has got to be one of his best. We've talked about this a lot. Like, shouldn't the Spain kit matter more now?
it's crazy to me. It's literally crazy to me how, like, this just to me shows the power of the RC. I mean, there's no other thing. There's no other thesis I can make other than it shows the power of the RC. Because this card with an RC, like, shouldn't it do 3 to 4x?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I get it. You know, I actually asked, it wasn't about this sale, but it was about, I think the auto just sold, or I don't know, something else sold.
The Papal was just sold, right? I think it sold for 120 or something like that, did it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm making that.
It actually, it might have, I don't know. It was definitely about a Sapphire, maybe it was in Sapphire insert. Anyway, and the person was like, well, for the high-end people, first you have to get them to, like, Sapphire, and then you have to get them to insert. And he's like, you know, I think the problem is these basketball and football, they're just getting introduced to Sapphire. And then you have to be like, well, this is sorry, not an insert, but like, well, that was an insert, but this is a variation. So, you know, it's like, I think it's a great buy because I do think like they're starting to get introduced to Sapphire, and yeah, I just think it's
Well, the base of this card, the non-variation PSA 10, did 326,000 in June.
And this is an even better buy than it was about 10 seconds before I knew that. This is an exceptional buy.
Yeah.
I think the image is exceptional as well. Like, I just think trophy lift, celebrations, etc. should always get a really nice premium, and this should have got. I'll be honest, if I could buy any of these Lamines that we've gone through so far, this is the one at the price tag.
I agree. I agree 100%. I don't. But what's it going to take for these Spain cards to, like, take off? Like, what? Like, it's crazy. It's my only bit of advice going in, because I got asked a lot about Lamine going into the World Cup, and I said, if I had to buy a Lamine card, it would be in a Spain kit, because if you are operating under this thesis that Lamine is going to come out of this World Cup better, it will be because he did well in a Spain kit. Like, look, they've won some titles in Barcelona, but he hasn't done anything like extraordinary. What, they got bounced in the semis, and 2 years ago they got bounced in the quarters this year, right? Like, they won the league, but, like, I don't know. I don't get it. Other than the Barca's team first.
He's locked in to win 5 out of 10 of the next 10 league titles, pretty much, right? Like, it doesn't, like, it's just going to be Barca Madrid, whatever, till the end of time, right? So, like, he's already got that baked into his prices. We know that. The stuff he can do beyond it is Barcelona kit is going to come if they win a Champions League, and that's not going to happen until they figure out how to spend money correctly. And then Spain stuff, and Spain have an incredible future ahead with a really strong young team, two of the best young players in the world.
He's won a Euro and a World Cup. I'm not, like, how many Champions Leagues do you have to win to beat winning a Euro than a World Cup?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, I mean, four of the top five Yamal 1-of-1 sales have come since the tournament started.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like the Euro Finals, Superfractor, Net Relic, like the one that Bryn and I had, the 1-of-1 did 300 grand.
What if he'd have actually played well?
Well, he did play well in the Euros. Oh, you mean in the World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, the floor stuff, the lower stuff, like the 20 to 40 stuff would have been close to 100K cards, and this would have been 250, 300 easily. It's just, I mean, like, I'll say this as well. Like, I am fully in belief that he was hurt for the Euros, for the World Cup. Sorry, I am in full belief that he was carrying the injury from the end of last season, and he played through it. Like what I just like he had good moments as well. Like he had that goal that was disallowed by a toenail offside. It was a good moment, and I think if he scores that and another one, the narrative is different again on it. But like I said, it does lend some credence to the fact that sometimes just winning is enough besides scoring goals. It does lend some points to that narrative that if you win stuff, you will just naturally go up as a result.
Yeah, people will forget. I guess like it is what it is.
Wait till he wins the Ballon d'Or this fall.
Oh yeah,
Just you wait.
Yeah.
Do you have anything on this Holland? Not as many Holland cards as you would have liked.
Yeah, I mean, this is what this card was always going to sell for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
One sold for $121,000 in 2021.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Like like his 101s got up a little bit more, but it's funny that like his stuff, that just shows how crazy. Like we can think this is crazy, but like that 2021 was nuts.
Wild times. Yeah.
Wild.
I didn't have anything on this Optic Black. I love this card though.
Yeah, I love those like velocity. I love velocities, but yeah, I mean, but just do I want this black velocity for essentially the same price as the Papa?
The Papa?
Yeah,
No way.
Papa all day, like.
Yeah.
It's the tale of all the time in Panini's bastardization of their own parallels, using black velocity for to 25 and to 1, and using cracked ice for to 23 and non-numbered retail bullshit like greens and all that kind of thing. It's just the same thing as always with these stuff that I just hate that Panini do it, and
hate it.
It affects cards like this. It 100% does.
Yeah. But anyway.
We have a Yamal Messi duel. Is that from this year's Chrome? Yeah.
Now, I was wrong on. We talked about it while you were silent again. Like I thought there was going to be CR7 and Messi's for days. I think there's going to be Yamal's and Messi's for days. Yeah, it's
we talked about this a while ago. I think we talked about this, Scott, a week before they did the Topps Now dual auto, right? I think you and I were on a podcast and I were like, I cannot believe they haven't made this card yet, and then a week later they made it or something like that. I can't believe. What does the on-card version of this that is ultimately going to come to? Like, that's what I'm interested in. Like, if that comes in Dynasty, let's say this year, we get an on-card. This is not a leak before someone clips this and posts it everywhere. What if an on-card Messi Yamal? What does it do, basically, from Dynasty?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The one-on-one, if there's only one-on-one, that's a $500,000 card.
Yeah, that's okay. That's exactly what I said. Yeah. Agreed.
Do you have where else do you want to go? I comped those ones that everybody was complaining about on the
real quick. I actually think that Messi was the last one on the last page. We don't have to, but the Messi gold vinyl, in the Argentina, like I thought it kind of went, just because of the design, 67K. I thought that's like cheap for like what appears like a super, and it's a 101 for a Messi playing day Argentina card. Like I thought that was actually a buy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
See there you could see the Yamal old signature style
on the Dynasty.
on the marks. What else is there? Talked about the Yamal rookie Kaboom.
Well, I mean, yeah, that card. That's just a silly sale to me. Like I can't. Even
what about this? Stupid thing.
I mean, go up real quick. Would you rather black 1/1? Oh, it's paper. A 1/1 ball, or a rookie Kaboom, which has like
200 copy. Yeah, right.
That's crazy. But anyway,
I take this all day. In the Spain kit?
Yeah.
The trophy is, in my opinion, a hilarious card now that they make them every single year. And I will just say it because we know who buys them. the Bayern them being a team that cannot win this trophy is one of the
Has not
funniest things in the
has
hobby. I
not
think.
won. Correction.
Well, no,
Has
but
not. Has
surely you
not yet won. Has
surely you
not
buy
yet
it the
won.
year you win one, though. Surely that's
Dude.
the year to buy, not the year you lose in the final, right? Like, I'm sorry, like to me that's like some bizarre. I mean, I get they're cool cards, right? I'm not saying it's not a cool card. I think they stopped being as cool when they made them every single year.
Yeah, this is the
I think,
third. This is the third version of
yeah.
this. Yeah.
And personally, if I was a collector, I'd collect it if Liverpool won the Champions League, and then it would go for
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
astronomical amount, right? But like,
Yeah.
not if PSG.
I think they should make the card the year after and put the winner somewhere on the card.
Yeah.
Yep,
That'd be
exactly,
better.
exactly.
You could do
Like,
both. You could do
like
both.
the PSG winner set this year, right, in Chrome. I think that's a really cool set. And like, it's all the players holding the trophies. There's gold. There's gold. They make gold for 50s and super practice them. I think they're a really cool insert. And if they were Arsenal cards, people were talking about those a lot more. I don't know if the PSG cards.
I thought this Pulisic was a strong sale relative to like what lies ahead of him. I don't know.
This is a Rorschach test for I got some saying how is this so cheap, and others saying the Pulisic market is dead. Why would anybody pay this? Like
the 101 just sold in the previous one, right? The 101 USA emerging signal, or the PSA 10 101 did 120, right? I think that was the number. That makes this look really good to me. I like the Dortmund stuff a lot. I think it tells a really good story. So I actually thought this was just a fair price. I didn't think it was high or low. I thought this was like fair given what's happened in the last month or so. I thought this was about what it was going to do. So yeah, not massively shocked. If it had gone 10k less or 10k more, I wouldn't have been, particularly perplexed by it.
It's more of like people are either dead out on Pulisic or still realize that he might go down as the greatest US player to ever play. Even that's that. The Cristiano 10 sticker 4-1 out me, but I mean, once the card goes for that, the sticker's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Even half as many. Now, a lot of people did comment on that. Goodbye, but it is what it is. I did think it was weird though that the Ronaldinho 9 essentially was for the same price. Now that doesn't make as much. I guess you could say because I don't know. That doesn't make as much.
Oh, the rookie.
Yeah. The Ronaldinho 9 goes for the same price as the. I know there's less.
You mustn't forget it has the NBA gold diamond sticker certification. Yes. Value premium.
Yeah. And then, like this is half, which knows whatever. Those three I think are very, very interesting, considering they also sold for.
Which three?
Zidane rookie, even it's like the Zidane, the Ronaldinho.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what did the other one end at? I thought the Ronaldinho dynasty. What did the definitive end at?
All right, the Dynasty's 36. Let's see. How much? Because you think they're the same card.
Oh, the Star Ball, it did 15,000.
Okay. That's so fascinating. That just shows that how much set matters, because those are the same card. You could even argue that the definitive image is a better image. It's showing him actually, like in action, and it's I don't know. Going in, I sent it to him and I sent it to someone else. I mean, those are essentially the same card. Like, I'm sure they came from the same.
Set matters. Oh, these, man. What a fucking buy this is.
Oh. It's
my goodness. I did not see this.
Yeah, we were looking at this.
Wow, that's a good buy.
Well, so some of the final is commemorative.
Yeah, okay. It's not the actual final ticket.
It's not the actual final ticket. Like some of the other ones are. I What did it end at?
14 or 12 plus premium.
Yeah, so
14.
I was the underbidder.
I mean, you get 11. You get 11. Four Messi, seven Ronaldo signed, plus all the other tickets. There's 64 total tickets. Like they got a ticket for I think every match, right? So
Yeah.
every what is it? Yeah,
Yeah, it was. I should have kept going. I was the underbidder.
every match. Yeah, I thought this was a really. I mean, wouldn't know what to do with it once I had it. It'd be annoying to have to like display it, but I saw this. I'm like, damn, I like this. I dig that kind of stuff, but what to do with it after is a pain in the ass.
You leave it in a vault.
Yeah.
I mean, we already talked about but the Eminence 101 Messi Auto under 35,000. Yeah, that just we've already had a discussion, but still like crazy.
I mean, this is the problem: is there's just so many cards in this of the same players.
I will say there's one that I'll call out one specifically that I guess I have a bit more background on, just being a Liverpool collector. The Salah Gold 2018 PSA 10 did I think 5,600. Absurdly cheap for one of his best cards. Nobody cares about his rookie stuff that's Chelsea kit, and just no one cares about that. People do like his Egypt stuff. This was like really, really, really low. I think I thought this was going to do over 5 figures very easily, and then I was very surprised when it ended. I did not buy it, for the record. I missed this. I would have bought this if I'd known this was where this was going to end up. I thought this was one of the best buys ever. He will always be a top 5. Well, until someone surpasses him, but he's a top 5 Liverpool player of all time. Liverpool collectors go crazy for it. I know it's Egypt kit, but he just doesn't have that much great stuff out there, to be honest, as an elite player compared to some other guys. So I thought this was a really, really great price.
Interesting.
Real quick, we bailed right before one of the other cards that was considered to buy, the Holland Red Chrome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go back to it. Stand by.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Like it was given multiple times. It was another one where I was like, I've already put this. It just doesn't make sense, really. I mean, there's no way you can like, if you're trying to triangulate players' cards, you can't get there unless if you just say simply because it doesn't have the RC. Like that's the only way you can triangulate this card. That's why, because it doesn't make sense. Because red chromes are hot. I mean, you could say the design, but yeah, it's like, the person that bought it probably did very well.
I mean, but it's up. It is up. I mean, there hasn't been a sale since 2023, but it's up almost doubled since then.
Yeah, but what if red chrome? Like,
It's not that red. That's the problem. The design just limits the.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's it's design and no RC. I don't know which one weighs more. Maybe they weigh equally, but I just think it's something for people to think about if, when navigating cards.
Yeah. I don't know what else. I mean, yeah. So, and then there's just so many kind of like. Too many. Like, why would you put some of the stuff that gets into this auction? I don't understand. Like, they'll just take anything. It seems. I remember Goldin used to be like you had to beg, borrow, and steal to get your stuff listed on Goldin.
Well, I mean, I heard some. I'm not going to say this is confirmed. I heard that the fees paid on this, like people were getting some pretty terrible rates on stuff to be in this auction. Like specifically, there's a Messi Seat Relic 101 in here. And I know the guy has been posting on Reddit publicly about it. And like he was like, I believe he was led to believe it was going to go for a lot more. Like, I don't know whether it was a representative or who it was or just community. But I remember saying there's two massive problems with this card. Is one, it's like the Seat Relic, and I don't know how many people care about that. But also the slab that PSA put it in is horrendous. It's one of the giant, table display slabs. It's there in the middle of the screen now.
Oh, what is it?
Just because I the cards. Well, one, they're at my local card, like Burbank Cards, was like giving away the seats that they did in that one set that forever. Like they were literally giving them like the Barcelona away. So I don't think anybody gives a what about seats. But I mean, I'm sure if you're like a Barcelona season ticket holder, like you want one of the seats for your man cave or whatever. But how many? Like, yeah. Didn't Gold? Whatever happened with that when Goldin was like selling from the old state from the Camp Nou?
Oh,
What
remember,
That was last year.
remember
Yeah.
the locker rooms, like the
Yeah.
lockers you could get, like PK's locker.
Some of that stuff was great though.
It was great.
Yeah, I mean, if you live
For your
in
man cave. Yeah.
if you live in nowhere in New York and you can afford
Ayo.
space, yeah,
Ayo. This is the iHeart Cards Global headquarters we're coming to you live from.
So
Patent
general,
pending. Patent pending.
since we're kind of spitballing, I have a general question: are 2022 Messi World Cup Prism cards more desirable now than they were 2 weeks ago?
They should be.
Yes.
Will it play out? Will it play out in the values of it?
Yeah, eventually, I think. I think time will eventually settle that.
Yeah, it will be 2014, 2022, and then 2026 to 2018 is depending on the card. Like for me, like
Yeah.
that's how it will always be. But for me to play out, like I love the landmarks from 2018. I still think the gold vinyl landmarks is one of the best looking cards Panini's ever produced. I'll stand by that. But then 2026, I think he's got some cool stuff this year. I just don't, the whole manga fad doesn't do it for me and stuff. But like, I don't know. I think there's 2026 he had a really good. Did he have a better tournament in 2026 and 2018? Yeah, he did. He went to the final in. I'm trying to think. No, 2026 they were better, right? He had a better individual tournament, and Argentina had a better tournament overall. So yeah, I would probably say if I'm going based on performance, it's going to be 2026 long term. There's probably more collectors in the hobby.
Plus,
now,
it'll be
so
his last one.
more.
If he doesn't play in 2030, which who knows, I wouldn't put it past him. But
yeah, I don't personally think he will. I think he's going to call it a day. But I think I did say to someone that I think there's an outside shot that CR7 plays the 2028 Euro though. I do think that's in realms of possibility. Even as a bench warmer.
If CR7, I think CR7 has a better chance of playing in the 2030 than Messi, simply because it's in Portugal.
Yeah.
Like I think he'll want like his swan song or whatever. I could be wrong. Though.
Could be. They got to get do they have a new manager yet? They got to get rid of that. Martinez sucks.
Martinez. Yeah, I don't know how he managed to wangle his way into that job. But.
Failing up.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. I'm just looking through. Some of these cards don't make sense. Like some of them went super low. Like, oh, you want to hear the craziest part? I thought I won that Fati Lamine card, and I didn't. I thought I had the winning bid. I watched it tick down. I was like, all right, whatever. Like I think I have to buy this card, and then I didn't even win it. I was like, what the heck, you idiot! But
also, that's not the worst thing you've ever done.
No. There was a lot of confidence just on that black 101 Mbappe, just because I feel like we didn't do a lot of Mbappe in here. Like that Euro 101, like that was a very hot topic card.
The 2020?
Yeah, the 2020.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happens with Mbappe now.
Yeah, someone said Mbappe's going to take over. Like I don't know.
Mbappe's the problem with the reputation thing. Like that's the problem. He's going to need to get over the hump for the Champions League to do this. Like, and it's going to need to be like driven by him. Like I don't know. I think like the dictator memes and stuff. I think it's hilarious, but I also think like he just has that reputation. Like
doesn't help.
Him now.
Yeah, doesn't help the card.
And like he's just not as marketable as like a Haaland or a Yamal. Like he just isn't that guy in terms of like public appearance level.
Like Haaland comes to the U.S. despite being a total bitch, and ingratiates himself so that I've got women in my office who don't know shit all about footy saying like, "Who's this Haaland guy? Who's this Haaland guy?"
Dude, I just purely
and Mbappe. Mbappe does nothing, right? Like not that he needs to, but like they're contemporaries, right? So like That's what you're up against.
Yeah. If look, Holland's obviously never going to play on a national team as good as good as Brand. But that's what I said. If he could sneak in a Euro, I mean, look, he got cheated versus England, right? Like,
Yep.
so,
Thank you.
yeah. But I don't know. And the Mbappe thing is just super interesting. Guy dominated. Uh, can he be the best player on a title team? What he has to prove now? Like, because he wasn't the best on like, he's got to win a championship, right? The good news for him is Vinny's going to Arsenal. The train wreck that, and so
Rude.
like what we have a Gunner here. Gunner, give us your thoughts on your new.
Is it official? Vinny Jr.? I got the
It's
kit right back there.
It's
not,
getting more likely with every minute, though. So, BTL, boy, do I have some Vinny cards to show you this week, my friend. Oh, we're going to have a great time this
They
week.
better be in a Brazil kit, because if you've learned nothing else about Arsenal collectors, we do not buy the cards of our players that we acquire in their club team kits. Doesn't matter.
My Zubamendi rookie sale say otherwise.
Oh, how long did that take, though? How long did that take?
It took the most random buyer at the London Card Show, but he paid sticker on it somehow. The 2 years of, hatred for him and avoiding Liverpool. If Arsenal get Vinny, though, I will say that is an incredible transfer and a massive statement of intent by Arsenal. And I already have them locked in to win back to back. That would absolutely cement it for me. Winning Premier League.
I mean, that would be great. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's using it as leverage, but
I think look, it makes both teams a lot better. Like Vinny and Mbappe can't play together. I said it before. I'm not just tooting my own horn. It's played out. They can't play together.
Oh yeah, we had a whole topic about can there be three guys on the team for the hobby, right? Like that was our Real Madrid video. And now they've added the Leipzig kid from Diamande.
I mean, to me, doesn't that say that Vinny's out the door?
That's the thing with him. The question mark will be around whether. I mean, Rodrigo's coming off the ACL, right? So there's a question around whether he's going to be available. I'd be interested in someone like they make Arda Güler available potentially. Like I don't know, they don't play the same position, but I'd be interested to see how Mourinho plans to set that team up. I think there is a strong possibility of Vinicius moves. I would love him at Liverpool personally. I think he's just a wicked awesome player, and people have a lot of mixed feelings on him. But he's such a good player, and I would take him in a heartbeat. He is. And the other thing is he's electric. I think he'd be great at Arsenal as well. I know people have been hating on it because of the system and boring play, but he's a special.
Yeah,
I mean, you want the best players in the world to be in the best league in the world. I mean, that's what it is. Same thing with Holland.
He fits better. It's just from a fit. You guys need a left wing.
You
were given by cheating refs and the agenda for the FFP. We all know that it was as fake as the World Cup. But
wait till Arsenal and Liverpool get retconned all those trophies. Once the charges are settled, I'll add another trophy to the trophy cabinet over there.
Yeah, it's this Premier League season is going to be so fun. I think we'll get a clean slate, and they gave City their penalty for without really giving FFP, and now we can actually call all this rugby in the box and actually see what this is all.
I got one last question. I got to run, guys. Chelsea have today been linked with two huge hobby names today. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but David Ornstein's been breaking two huge hobby names for you guys. Chelsea are in talks to sign Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson. Are two names that they are. This isn't tenuous link. They are in negotiations for both
broken arm
players. Broken arm, Jordan Henderson and all. Unknown return path.
Yeah. It's Chelsea is. They already have 67 players. So what?
Add a few more, right? Why not?
I don't. Real quick. Where right now, left wing, right wing, an attacking player, like a hobby type player. I know it obviously depends. Or let's even say Diamande, right? Let's pretend that Vinny wasn't leaving, and the teams are as what we know they are right now. Where would be the best team that, like a Diamande or just whatever, a young attacking player could sign? Because I think about this a lot.
United probably. United is probably the one that is like really, really. But they haven't had one.
That's where I come back to. But then I look at like Sesko, and he stunk. Well, he didn't, but but it's like I just think of opportunity plus the actual.
Well, I would say Barcelona on the left.
They just signed everybody on the left.
But none of those.
Look at Garnacho. Garnacho is the example I would use at United. Like, look at how much hype he got.
Gordon.
Who'd they sign?
Gordon and Adeyemi.
No, that's right. I forgot about Adeyemi.
They signed Gordon and Adeyemi. By the way, I think Adeyemi's still. His cards are worth $1. Like, why not?
Adeyemi resurgence. Here we go.
I mean, they're. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't even know how, why he went there, because there's not exactly a spot for him. But he gets the chance. Like, what more? Like, if you're just looking for a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
And I think the perfect place to end our Goldin Elite recap is with Kareem Adeyemi. Thank you for that. Clip it, bookmark it.
All right, that was fun, guys.
I'll see you guys this week.
Thanks, guys. See you this week.